Hi, I'm Rick Stroud with Stephen Holder of the St. Petersburg Times, and we're here on Buccaneers reporting day at training camp for the 2010 season. And not a big surprise, defensive tackle Gerald McCoy, their first-round pick, is not here. He is unsigned as we take this. And Donald Penn, their starting left tackle, who has not signed his restricted offer as a restricted free agent, is also not here. So two big cogs in the wheel, one on defense, one on offense. Not really a surprise today, but it obviously could be one to watch as they go through training camp. The first workout is tomorrow, and there's a possibility that McCoy will be signed then because guys around him, he's the number 3 overall pick. Beneath him at number 4, Trent Williams, and below that, even some players have signed. So that might loosen things up. But, Stephen, today I think that the talk is going to be about those two guys because they're so critical to what they do this season.
Well, exactly. I mean, these are blockbuster guys who are missing from the lineup right now. They're counting so heavily on them on both sides of the ball. Gerald McCoy is a guy who really is going to revamp or help them revamp that pass rush and that defensive line. There really is going to be a transformation, they hope, on that defensive line. And obviously Donald Penn protecting Josh Freeman's backside, blind side, in fact, or both. That's obviously critical. They're relying so much on Josh Freeman this year. But I think, they've really got to try to focus in spite of these things, not to let them become a distraction. If we have to see Brian Price and Roy Miller slide in there at the under tackle for the first couple of practices, that may be the case. And really, DeMar Dotson, the spotlight is going to be on him at left tackle. He is going to be taking Donald Penn's place. There are also going to be some others involved in that competition. They're going to be really, really scrutinizing that position here, really starting with the first practice tomorrow. I think one of the other things that we'll be looking at is, or talking to these guys about, is their expectations for this season, and they're rather high maybe.
Well, they are, and I think Raheem Morris kind of surprised some people today and maybe his own team when he talked about that their goal is to chase 10 wins, and that if you can get 10 wins, you have a chance to make the playoffs, and then you flip a coin, you take your chances. And most people across the nation, and maybe even locally, don't have many expectations for a team that was 3-13, that's relying on so many young players. But when you talk to players, themselves, they say, it is a new year. Everybody is 0-0. And there is some continuity, I think, with the defensive scheme. Offensive coordinator Greg Olson has been here now, and Josh Freeman is the biggest key.
Yeah, I really do believe that. And I think, this is where this team is going to make its mark and really start to find out what it is here in training camp. Lay the groundwork for perhaps making a run at those 10 wins. That's a long way off from now. Let's take it one day at a time. Got 2 practices on Saturday to come. Full pads, should be exciting. Stay tuned to TampaBay.com for more updates.